Hey everyone, so that video that I made, the two I made yesterday, I am going to go ahead and just abbreviate those videos. I'm not gonna say the whole story or anything like that. I'm just gonna tell you this way. Um, we all go through trials and tribulations and things, and God will put people in our lives and then take them away or show us things, or say okay, that's enough, because he sees that the enemy is using them, or something, to in order to prevent other things or thought processes or what have you, right? um so this is just a shorter word. I'm not going to explain what happened or what's been going on, but I just want to tell you that okay, how do I say this, Lord? Okay, God brings people into our lives, and they're only supposed to stay most of the time temporarily for a certain season or for a certain amount of time. Could be a few weeks, could be a few months, could be a few years, could be longer. But when God brings people in and sees that these other people have opened doors or are opening doors or are now being used for um, in order for Satan to try to prevent or stop God's people by thought processes or anything like that, to put barriers to get them to stop from what they're doing, for God, that is good, that is going the right way. Sometimes God sees the end from the beginning, so God will allow people in your life, or put them in your life for a time, and then he'll show you what happened and why the person is being taken out. Sometimes things will be repetitive and you'll see, and then red flags will come up, and other times you won't. Sometimes God has to take people out of our lives. We need to block them, delete them from our phone, from our social medias, from our lives, basically. You know, because God sees that they're Judas. Or I didn't expect that one coming, but thank you, Holy Spirit. God sees. Sorry, it's cold out here, guys. God sees that it's not going to go well or turn out well, or you're going to be prevented from something, or you know so God will take them out of your lives. He will take them out of your lives. Sometimes Satan will bring people in, and you just have to have discernment and see those red flags right away. And so you get to the point where you're like, nope, not today, Satan. I'm done with you. I'm not going to play your games today. Not today. But just know that God will bring people into your lives sometimes to test you. Sometimes he'll test others. Sometimes he will bring them into your life so you can see things about yourself, or so they can see things about themselves. Sometimes it's not a test for you, but it's a test for them. And sometimes it's vice versa. But at any rate, you don't need to feel bad about the things that are going on when certain people come into your lives, and it's not working correctly. Even family members, or old friends, it can be toxic. It can become toxic. And when it becomes a routine of them saying or doing the same thing, or or defamation of spirit, not spirit, defamation of character, judging people, when you don't truly know what's going on with them or knowing how they are, it becomes to a point where narcissism gets involved, and spirit of Jezebel, witchcraft, spirit of misunderstanding, all kinds of different spirits can come in. So at that point, you just have to say, okay, see you later, bye. You've got to block, you got to delete, you've got to just take them completely out of your lives, period. Because at that point, you are, whether you are called and chosen by God or not, if you are going through these things, this is toxic and this is not good. And for those of you believers, you have to pray for discernment in order for him to show you those red flags. Okay? So that's your word for today. You need to get rid of those who are toxic to you and who are being very, who are disturbing your peace. And, what's the word I'm looking for? Who are being more of a barrier, holding you from, okay, Lord, I'll say that. They're holding you from feeling what God is showing you. They're holding you from feeling good about what happened, good about God, about what he's doing. You may not know what he's doing or how he's doing it, but you feel good about your accomplishments. And certain spirits will come in and make you feel like you're, not good enough, basically, and make you feel not joyful about what the Lord is taking you into and what he's doing in your life. Like, I want to explain something just real quick. This is only going on 9 minutes, so I'm going to explain it to you real quickly. Say you've been waiting and praying for a certain thing, and God calls you into, let me just say, God calls you to start your own business. So you go to get your business, certificate or whatever, and you open up a website and start your business, and you're happy and you're in a good mood and you're posting your business, or you're getting ready to, and then all of a sudden, as usual, there will be haters, but it's the people around you. A lot of the times, it's the people that you know that will hate on you, and that will be like, they may not say it to your face, but you could feel it, Well, some of us can feel that. And then it makes you start to feel bad because they'll say little things to make you question what you're doing. And then what God showed you and told you becomes from happiness and joyful and excitement to no joy and no happiness and no desire to do it. This is what the enemy does, okay? With anything and everything, whether it's you're happy because you finally got your degree, or you finally graduated school, a certain school or class that you were trying to take, and that was a big accomplishment to you, but you feel bad because, like, you're being made to by people around you, which you shouldn't have to deal with people around you. Do you know what I'm saying? Because people are haters. And there are a lot of people that have that inward jealousy that won't tell you to your face, that don't want to see you succeed because they're not happy and they are not succeeding at anything yet, or what have you. So this is why we have to keep things quiet. We have to keep things quiet. And the Lord is just saying that what He is giving you and telling you to do, be joyful and don't let nobody take your joy. Trust Him. He's your provider. These people aren't your provider. He is. And just ignore what people are saying and just do it because He's telling you to do it and how to do things. These people aren't in your life with God. They have to have their own relationship with Him. So with that being said, I just wanted to say that because y'all needed to know that some people we just have to take completely out of our circles. Just block them out. And this is why a lot of the called ones, a lot of God's people, the true called ones and chosen, those who are anointed and appointed to do things, this is why we need to what do you call it? Why we need to be alone a lot. Why we're always alone, because it never really works out with other people around, because God works with all of us differently and speaks to all of us differently. Therefore, it's not easy for many people to understand how God speaks to us versus how He speaks to them, if they even hear Him. Okay? People fight to hear from God correctly, but people fight to listen and take out those distractions so that they can listen. And search your word. With that being said, I am going to be done here. That was just a little message that He wanted to give me. He wanted me to give you all for today, and shalom and be blessed.